Hey guys, okay, let's get started on this project. This is something I'm doing for school at the LA Film School. I'm the one who chose the pictures, not my instructor. I like Texas guys and gals, and I like showing them off. I like showing off how awesome and beautiful we are. If you're hearing music in the background, the music is the Heart Chakra only. I'm listening to 3 hours of the Heart Chakra over, the channel is called Meditative Mind. They have 3.72 million subscribers. Anyway, it's a very cool, excuse me, just passing gas here. It's a very cool channel, and right now my weakest chakra is my Heart Chakra, so I'm putting that up. I'm letting that come out, or I don't know, I'm strengthening it, whatever it is. So hopefully this will activate that and get that going, because it is currently my weakest chakra. Okay, so I will put if any of you want to hear this, I will put a link to this particular sound video into the description, and you guys can go check out all of their chakra videos and all of their really cool Kundalini stuff and monk chanting and stuff like that. It's really just awesome stuff. Okay, let's get started here. Okay, let me make sure this is recording. Okay. The first thing I want to do is check my other recording and make sure that that was recorded. So let's go to the channel and let's go to my video. Make sure I can hear myself. Okay, let's get started. Okay, great. I can hear myself. Great, awesome. All right, so let's get back to this. Okay, that's going great. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this skeleton as a reference, and I'm going to do lines of action through both figures, and I'm going to do skeletons for both figures, and then I'm going to do primary forms for both figures. So we need 3 layers. So I'm going to come over here and click plus, plus, plus. Layer 1, lines of action. Layer 2, skeletons. Layer 3, primary forms. Okay. So let's click on this layer, and let's pick a red color for the line of action. Let's see here. Let's just pick with this one. That one's a bright red one. Okay, and let's get a paintbrush, and let's see what that looks like. That's perfect. Nice and big. Okay, so to me, the line of action for... Okay, I'm making sure that my line of action layer is selected, so that I'm only drawing on this layer, and I keep my work non-destructive. Okay, so to me, the line of action is this. And to me, the line of action over here is this. Okay. Now I've got my lines of action in. Now I'm going to turn the visibility, that's this eye over here, off. I'm going to go to my skeletons. And for my skeletons, I need green. Okay, and let's make the brush a little bit smaller so that we have better control. Okay. Now, I'm not using my Wacom tablet, I'm using my mouse. So, barely see my pointer here. So I'm actually going to be, let me zoom in a little bit, and let's focus on one girl at a time. Okay. These are such pretty girls. I was going to do a couple of really handsome, hot hunks, but that would involve two groups right now. I just want to do one group, so I just chose the girls and went with that. Okay. Now I've got, let's see here, skeleton layers. The skeleton layer is selected. Let me get her face in there. Let me get her cranium in there. Okay. Now, her skeleton, her spine is going to come down from about here. All the way down. And her shoulders are going to be like that. So actually that's highly inaccurate. So let's remove that. Let's put in the shoulders and hips first. I think her shoulders are going to be a little bit her collarbone is able to bend, so I think that's going to be that. Make this joint, and then let's do a rib cage. Let's see the front of her rib cage. This is her rib cage right here, so front of her rib cage. Draw her ribs in. Okay. Now, her arm is not shown, but we're not going to draw anything we can't see, because I have no idea where that would be. So, normally I would still draw through her body, but I have no reference for where her arm is and how it's positioned, so I'm just going to. Here's her elbow, and here's her wrist. So let's do click in the middle of this, and then I'm holding down shift, and I'm clicking in the middle of this. Perfectly straight line. Clicking in the middle of this, holding down shift, clicking in the middle of this. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to put in the spine. So since the spine is going to connect, let's see, her scapula. Scapulae would be like right here. Okay, and so from her head down. Now let's look at our reference. Let's zoom out just a little bit to look at a reference. Okay, so this is going to this is going to curve back, and then in, and then out again. So, but her head is already tilted up, so let's go down and then back. And in, and then down to her pelvis. Okay, now her hip is going to be right, the ball of her hip, oh, so her leg is going to go up. The ball of her hip is going to be about right there. And the ball of her other hip is going to be about right there. So we can draw a straight line between them. And the spine is going to go down to right in between that. Now, we need to still draw her pelvis, her pelvic bones. So, let's get that done. Okay, so this reference shows that her pelvis is going to be kind of in a scoop shape. So like that. Okay. And that's as best as I can do on the pelvis. Other people will be able to draw the pelvis better, but that's as good as I can get. Okay. So I'm going to draw her knee bone, and her knee bone. Okay. And from the hip, hold down the shift key to the middle of the knee. Click on the hip, shift key to the knee. Now let's scoot this down. And after we're done with her, we're going to go do the skeleton of the other one, and then we're going to do the primary forms. Okay. And we need to also do the hands and the feet of both girls. Excuse me. All right. So this is the ankle bone, and this is the ankle bone. Hold down shift. Hold down shift. Okay. Now I noticed in her picture she looks really good, and part of that might be this perfect crossing of this line across her right knee. The line of her leg is going across her right knee. So that might be an artistic thing. That might be an aesthetic thing. I don't know. I don't know anything about that. Okay, so I have this wedge, this kind of a wedge shape, and I'm going to try to do this. And I'm going to try to Okay. And then the toes. Okay. And now let me draw her feet on this one. I'm just holding down shift for each click. I think that my instructor taught me how to draw this a little bit better, but so let's just wait a minute. Okay, good. Hold down shift. Hold down shift. Hold down shift. Okay. Now I need to get her hands in. Okay. Okay. Got that in. Okay, I think she's done. So let's go over to the other one. Okay. Let's get this skeleton in. And guys, I hope you guys like my heart chakra music. I'm I'm just busy listening to that while I'm doing this because really need to open up my heart chakra. So okay, let's just hitting Control plus on your keyboard will zoom in, and we can get this lovely Texas lady taken care of as well. Alright, so let's draw front of her head, and then let's draw the line of angle down the center, and then let's draw the cranium. Let's see how we did the cranium over here. Okay, so we kind of just drew it across her eyes, and then behind, and then up the... Okay. Now, I'm going to draw her shoulders and her pelvis first, because otherwise I'm going to be all off. So, right here in the... Okay. And then... Perfect. Great. And now we can just draw a kind of a curvy line from... First of all, let's connect the cranium with the... Then let's see, our body curves this way and then this way, but very slightly. So over here and then just barely over here. And then let's get her elbows in. Okay. Let's draw lines from her shoulders. Hip control. Shoulder, hip control. And her wrists are right here. Now this one isn't showing, but I can just draw a line right into there, right against the head. Okay, perfect. So that, okay, control that. Okay, now that's in. Now let's get her hand in. I'm just kind of making a curve by just holding down shift and just going across. Okay, now I need to get her ribs in, and this is where this nice reference image is coming in so handy. Okay, so her ribs will start. Let's get her shoulder blades in behind. That's going to be pretty deep, and so that's going to be pretty deep. Okay, so I've got her shoulder blades in, and then her ribs are actually showing just barely. They're pretty high. They're up here. So, okay. And then I'm just going to curve this up. Nope. Okay, this is going to start about halfway across. And it's just going to curve down. And anytime I make a mistake, I just hit Control Z, and that particular line is deleted, and I can just start over. Okay. I'm going to draw her ribs in. Draw her ribs in. Okay. Now, the back of her rib cage will be kind of evenly across like that. Okay. Now, let's try to draw her pelvis. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do that, but we'll try. Alright. No. That's not even accurate. You see where right there, that's where her iliac crest is? That iliac crest is exactly where that bone is, right over here. And I have to figure out how to draw this. I'm not very good at drawing skeletons, so you guys are gonna have to just bear with me while I figure this out. Alright. Let's see here. Okay. I feel like her iliac crest is actually right here. So that's what I'm going to go with. And then the bottom of her pelvis, and that's as good as that's going to get. Now you notice that over here on the skeleton, the iliac crest is not the bone actually juts out a little bit before it hits the hip bone. So this is all normal. This is all as it's supposed to be. It juts out a little bit, and then it goes in a little bit. Okay, so let's move down, and let's get okay, so this is her knee. This is her knee. So hold down shift. Up here, hold down shift. And then we have to kind of figure out where her ankle bones would be because her boots are covering them up. But I would suggest about right there. And right there. So okay. Now let's say her heels would be down there. And her heel would be right there. And okay. And then let's connect those two. Okay. Okay, I think we're done with both skeletons. So let's, got both hands, got both feet. Alright. Alright, let's get rid of the skeletons. And we're going to go up here and we're going to do the primary forms. So, first let's select that layer. And let's see here. Let's pick blue for the primary forms. Let's pick that blue. Okay. Now I'm gonna need my skeletons on just to keep me honest while I'm doing this, because sometimes clothing and shape and angle can kind of deceive me. I want to make sure that I don't cheat these girls out of their proper primary forms by being sloppy or by being deceived by the angle or something. So let's let's do this. Okay. Now I have my skeleton on right now, but right now I'm just drawing primary forms. So some of this I'm just going to be drawing exactly what I have on the skeleton. Some of these I'm just going to be filling in what I have on the skeleton. And this, of course, connects back here, back of the head. This is her collarbone. So her neck would be in this particular shape. So primary forms are essentially three-dimensional block characters. And so what this will involve is, this will involve me kind of guessing where her shoulder is, and drawing a circle, and then drawing it down. Okay. And then her chest, we need is a line down, following the rib cage. And we also need to go down and go around and go up the back of the neck. Draw some contour lines. And her arm is going to be, well, let's draw the socket first. And then her arm is going to be kind of like that. And that's going to be up. And then that's going to be an ellipse. And that's going to come down and be a tube. So this is going to come down kind of to her groin area, and then we're going to draw this going around. And then this is her buttock area with some contour lines. And then we're gonna, oops, that's not the right thing. And we're gonna go down. And she doesn't have very much of an exposed groin area, but we're still gonna draw one in there just to give her kind of the brief area. And then this is going to be about right there. And this is going to be about right there. And we're going to draw an ellipse there to indicate the cylinder. And we're going to draw some contour lines. And we're going to draw blocks for our hands, just like okay, and this is going to be an ellipse here. Okay, and this is going to be, let's see here, this is going to be an ellipse over here. And then we're going to draw an ellipse here. And then, let's see here. Then we're going to draw an ellipse here. The way her body's stretched out is really great for these contour lines, for these, not these contour lines, for these primary forms. Okay, but also for the contour lines. Okay. Now, okay. Now, again, I chose these girls because I could just as easily have chosen hot hunks, and I would have if I thought that if I thought that I wanted to do a second group of these. Girls are just funner to draw because they're so beautiful, but I am, if anybody's wondering, I'm heterosexual. I like cock, so no, I'm not gonna do that way. I'm gonna do it this way. I'm going to draw another ellipse, and I'm gonna let that be. I'm going to draw another ellipse here, and I'm just holding down Shift and clicking. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and go across like that too. Alright, so I think she's done. Let's go look at her. I think that's as good as I can get it. Maybe somebody else could do better, but I'm the one who's making this right now. Excuse me. Okay. So let's do the primary forms on her as well, and we will be finished. Let's check this. This is still recording. Great. Okay. So we're going to go across her pretty eyes, and then up. I'm going to do cranium wrap. And I'm just going to do this all the way down. And I'm just going to wrap around. And I'm also going to connect the back of her head. Alright. Now, we're going to do a cylinder for her neck. So we're going to make a Now I didn't do the breasts for her because her breasts were not very prominent, but I could have done that. For her, I'm going to go ahead and put those in. So let's scroll down. Let's get the arms in, but let's first block out the kind of the body. Kind of like that, and then let's just kind of do that. Go up. There we go. And that's going to have kind of like a little rise up right there. And let's go ahead and do the let's go ahead and do the breast mass. Okay, so first of all, let's follow this as a contour down the center of her body. Maybe I should have connected right there. Okay. And then this is going to be kind of a I don't like that I didn't get all the breasts. So let me do everything. Okay. And then contour line. And let's do everything here. And a contour line. I don't like how I did the contour lines. So try to match the other side. Nope. This is almost vertical, isn't it? Okay. Okay, I think that's as good as I can get it. Alright. Okay, this arm is obviously really easy, so let's just go ahead and do cylinder here. And cylinder here. And there. And there. Okay. And then let's do cylinder here. And there. And there. Okay. Now we're gonna put a cylinder here at the top of her shoulder. And go down. Now first of all, let's do the cylinder here. Okay, go down. Go down. And then let's create a cylinder here where the wrist is and connect it just to that. And then let's just do blocks on the wrist with holding down shift and just clicking over. Okay, that whole mess is now done. So let's move down. Now let's make sure that all of this is connected over here. Yeah, this is connected. Okay, good. Alright. So what we'll need to do is we'll need to make kind of a pelvis shape, and we're going to refer to our skeleton over here. So it's going to kind of dip down. So I'm kind of drawing the back of this, and I'm kind of, drawing the back of this, and then I'm kind of dipping down. And the bottom side of this is going to be kind of let's see here. I think I know what I'm doing, but I'm not sure. So I'm going to just connect these two. Alright. Alright, I got the pelvic stuff in. Now let's connect that to the pelvic stuff. Connect this to the pelvic stuff. And let's do the cylinders for the legs. Okay. So, do an ellipse. And an ellipse over here. Okay. Then we're going to do, at the top, above this knee, we're going to do another ellipse. And above this knee, we're going to do another. Computer slowed down just a little bit because of all the stuff I'm doing. Okay. There. And there. Okay. Now, we're going to do another ellipse. And another ellipse. And then around the ankles, we're going to do small ellipse and a small ellipse. And then we're going to connect, holding down shift. Okay. And then there's actually a roundedness to her calf here. I don't know if I put in her calf. No, I did not put this in her calf. It's a roundedness in her calf here. Okay. And there's a roundedness in her calf. We want to get all of these because they're part of her shape of her leg. Okay. Let's go back over here. And then we're just going to pick up the roundedness of her calf right there. Okay, and that's done. Let's see here. Alright, and then alright, and then okay. So I think we're done. Let's scoot out. Let's scoot over. Okay, great. Now let's add the lines of action, and that is perfect. Okay. Now, if we just turn all of this off, here they are again. Okay. So we're done with this activity, and this is ready for my instructor or my program director, who is awesome and hot as hell, to critique. So we are done. Okay, guys, thank you for your journey with me, and I'll see you in the next video.